Hello and welcome back to World of Warcraft and the Warlords of Draenor beta. My name's Lumin and right now this is the very last Warlords video I'm recording before launch. The beta is going down on Monday. That's the 3rd of November. That's going to be the end of it. No more Warlords beta. People aren't going to be able to play Warlords again until the 13th, until the game is actually live for reals. That's crazy. It kind of snuck up on me. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but to me, it felt like the beta just started up a couple of days ago. I don't know why that is. I can't explain it. But it doesn't feel like it's been up that long. And somehow, the game is done. It's all here. And while I'm talking about this stuff, I think I'm going to run all the way through Talador. And then either make my way to Nagrand or the Spires of Arak. Doesn't really matter. Just want to run around a bit and have some nice scenery in the background while I talk. And that said, don't expect too much other than just talking from this video. It's not really proper Warlords of Draenor beta content in that sense. But you will get to hear some of my impressions, and some of my plans, and some other stuff like that. So, part of me is really happy that I did in fact not spend all that much time in the beta. So, I played all the way through Shadowmoon Valley, most of the zone. Not all the way through, but I played through most of the zone, and it was super cool. The quests were fun, the zone itself was just beautiful, the extra little additions that they made, that the game didn't have before, like these bonus objectives, the cool rares that you get. There's someone called Dr. Gloom over there. Stuff like that made it much more enjoyable, not to mention the garrison. The fact that while you out in the world playing, you find things that'll help you out. You get to do things like chop down trees, recruit new followers, collect resources for your garrison. While you're out there, you can even check your missions in progress and stuff. It's so cool. Okay, it just adds another level to the gameplay that wasn't there before. That just enhances it and makes it so much more enjoyable. And in my honest opinion, the game feels completely different. Warlords of Draenor is going to be the biggest thing. Such a huge improvement over everything they've done before, and I'm thoroughly impressed by it, by what I've played thus far. And, you know, again, I've not played that much of it. There's so much more out there. So much more. I played a bit of Frostfire Ridge as well on my Horde character when that was the only zone available, and it feels like that was yesterday. Seriously. Feels like it was just yesterday. Frostfire Ridge. And now all the zones are in here. They're all fully populated. I mean, some key NPCs and stuff have been removed, so, you know, you don't get spoiled or whatever. Some key quests aren't in the game yet, but it's complete. It's all here. And again, it snuck up on me. But I am glad that I didn't spoil it all. And when I went into it, I think you guys will remember me saying, I don't care about no spoilers. This is what I do for a living. I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna play as much as I can, but I didn't. I ended up not playing through the entirety of the beta, not even leveling from 90 to 100, and I'm all the happier for it because now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna be able to immerse myself fully, get lost in this world, and at the same time, not know anything about it. I mean, sure, I would consider myself a seasoned vet. I've played a lot of World of Warcraft, on a lot of different characters, on all the different levels. I've raided the endgame stuff that's currently in Mist of Pandaria. You know, I was a newbie once, where I knew nothing about the game. I've seen it all. Okay, so I know World of Warcraft, but this all still feels so foreign to me, all this new stuff that they added, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I'm going to be able to come to these zones, not know where all the quest givers are, not know where all the, well, I guess I'm going to know where the flight paths are, not know where all the rares are hiding out, because I am not going to use NPC scan. Oh, maybe I will, actually. Maybe I will because I want the rares, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to know anything about the expansion going into it, other than the little bit that I've played in the beta, and that's going to be great. I'm going to have a guild full of people, which I'll talk about a little more closer to the end of the video, but I'm going to have a guild full of people to just enjoy it with me. I think the zones are going to be packed and stacked. Also, I do think that the phasing is going to help out a lot. I'm going the wrong direction, but it's not going to be like Mists of Pandaria was when it launched, where the zones were so full that you couldn't even see yourself running around, like Burning Crusade was when it launched. Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember Hellfire Peninsula back then? I think Blizzard have got sufficient systems in place now to make it a little more manageable. You know, they'll put enough players in your phase to make it seem like the server is like full, but they won't put too many players in there. I don't know if they're going to phase out anything other than maybe just the Tanan jungle starting zone, because that wouldn't make sense. You know, they probably want Shadow Moon Valley and Frostfire Ridge, respectively, you know, being the Horde and Line starting areas, to be full. They want them to feel really full, because that's also part of the fun of an MMO launch. The chances are, when I start, it won't be at midnight. You know, I could stay awake till 12 o'clock and jump through the dark portal. Look at this cute little thing. Oh my goodness. Flat-toothed calf. Oh, wow. I mean, I could. Okay, I could wait till 12 o'clock and then jump in there, play till sunrise, and then sleep the day long, and then wake up in the evening again and play more. But I feel like I'm a grown-up now. I've matured a little bit, and I prefer waking up at a reasonable hour, you know. I prefer starting my day in the morning, so I'm probably gonna wake up at let's think, something like 9-ish, maybe 8:30 or so. Then I probably have to drive through to pick up Helene's collector's edition of the game, come back, activate it, and then I guess by 10 or 11 o'clock we'll be playing. And then there'll be a lot of people online already. I can tell you right now, the guild will be full of people, and the chances are there'll probably be people nearing max level already, because you know how people are when MMOs launch. They want to be max level first. I don't know if they're going to be realm first achievements or anything like that. I don't know if they're still a thing, but people will be rushing. People want to be the first. They want to be able to say, you know, I was there. I was the very first person to queue for looking for raid. I don't know, okay? People want to do these things. I don't always understand it, but people want to do it. The fact that I don't understand it doesn't really matter. But I think it's going to be great. The experience of having those people rush in to complete the quests, the zones, upgrade their garrisons. The garrison is probably one of the things that I'm most excited about. I've already kind of, you know, while lying in bed at night, plotted out the kind of path that I want to take through the garrison construction, the buildings I want to include in my garrison, and the way I want to set it up and run it. I've plotted a course. Well, this is looking a lot different, isn't it? Who remembers how this looks in Outland right now in the live game? Nothing like what we see before us. This is beautiful. I wonder if we can go inside there. That's an instance, right? I think it is. It's magnificent. We're going to head down to the spires, I think. Maybe I'll run to the spires entrance, then run back to Nagran's entrance. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to see it all, because, once again, I'll see it when the game launches. But I'm going to jump in. The guild's going to be there. I'm going to be playing with Helene. We're going to be leveling our characters. I'm going to be leveling my monk first, and she's going to be leveling her priest. She was telling me multiple times how excited she is to finally level her priest again. You know, it's been a while. Okay, and that character of hers specifically, she's had for ages. Ages. And she's getting to level it now. Finally. It's cool. It's really cool. We're going to do it together. The chances are we'll do a whole bunch of dungeons with a guild. When we get to max level, we'll try and gear up at a decent enough rate, and then maybe jump into looking for raid when that's available. If I'm not mistaken, the normal raids, I'm trying to remember how it's going to be set up, but the normal, look at all these Arakoa outcasts. The normal raids will be unlocked a week after, then 2 weeks after Looking for Raid goes up. I'm not entirely sure, you know, I may be completely off the mark, but it's something like that. This zone is beautiful. Oh! What the heck is that? They fired a death laser at Vale Akraz. That must be the village down there. Oh, we'd best inspect it. Or maybe we shouldn't. Okay, they're firing again. It's madness. Okay, we need to leave. This is scary. We need to leave. Imagine the cool story attached to that. Just imagine. It's got to be crazy, but we're going to be leveling. We're going to be gearing up our characters. Probably enjoying the dungeons a whole lot because I haven't done a single one of them. That's all going to be new to me. And when we hit max level, we'll go through the motions. Do things that we want to do before, you know, doing things that we must do. Because you can't immediately jump into Looking for Raid the day you get, well, the second you get level 100 because it's not going to be up yet. And there's just so much other stuff involved as well with garrisons and I suppose Ashran. That's something I'm really, really keen for. Really, really keen. I want to jump in there and I want to spend a lot of time in there. So I'm going to run around the bottom here. Maybe peek into Nagrand. And that's where I'll end the video. The guild. The Tales of Lumin guild. I am trying to think of what we're going to rename it to. Because I'm going to rename it at some point. You know, a lot of people don't want to be in a guild called Tales of Lumin. And with my character being called Lumin, it seems a little self-centered of me to call it Tales of Lumin. Because if people seriously want to be in the guild and stay in the guild, I could give it a proper name. So if you have any suggestions about that, please feel free to leave them. And if you want to join the guild, we are on Defias Brotherhood EU. You can just whisper anyone in the guild at the moment. I'll put my character name below and all the other details you'd need. I'll put Helene's character name below as well. I don't know. You'll be able to find someone in the guild at pretty much any time. There's almost always someone online. And you can join us. You can level with us. If you want to just join on the side, maybe with an alt or whatever, once you're done leveling your main character, then that's cool too. You know, we are currently looking for a couple of members to join us for like a dedicated raid group for when we start raiding. Maybe a couple of people that are interested in things like challenge modes or whatever, because we're going to do that as well. I mean, I've got a lot of plans for Warlords of Draenor, and if you're in the guild, you are a step closer than you would otherwise be. We're obviously on Alliance side, as you may have guessed. And I guess if I had to say what we need, we probably need everything right now, but for the most part, we need some really good range DPS. I don't know. Mages. Really good hunters. Warlocks. Stuff like that. You know, good range DPS. Doesn't really matter what it is. That's probably what we need the most. And we're going to be playing the game seriously. I mean, I'm going to be playing a lot of it, along with all the other stuff I do, both in my personal time and for the channel. But I'm going to be playing World of Warcraft, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit closer to launch in a Tales of Lumin episode, maybe in another World of Warcraft video. I'm going to discuss all my plans, but I will just briefly mention what I'm going to be doing with content. You know, in terms of content when the game launches. I am probably going to be releasing daily World of Warcraft videos, and I'm going to try and keep them really short, but I'm going to talk about what I did during that day, because I won't be able to record everything. As much as I would love to record everything, this is beautiful. This is so Nagrand. As much as I'd love to record everything, it just won't work. You know, so I'll probably record little bits and pieces here and there. Maybe one day I'll record in the garrison, say what I've done there. Maybe one day I'll record a quest line that seems interesting. Maybe I'll record some PvP along the way. It doesn't really matter, but I want to have the videos going up daily, chronicling my adventures. The chances are we're going to get to level 100 kind of quickly. Okay, we're going to level kind of quickly, but I still want to have videos of the process going up. So I'll do that, and, you know, in the meantime, while I'm busy playing, I'll be doing dungeon runs with the guild. I'll be doing PvP with the guild and all that other good stuff. Inviting the guild over for meetings in my garrison. I can't wait. I truly can't wait for the garrisons. This is beautiful. But that's it. You know, the beta's ending. I didn't spend much time in it, as I said at the start of the video. But the bit that I saw just... it blew me away. Blizzard are doing something really, really special and spectacular with Warlords of Draenor. And I've said this before to a couple of people, but I'll say it again now. They are setting up the template. They are building the foundation for something even more amazing with Warlords of Draenor. They're going to be able to release content at a more rapid rate. They're going to be improving the way the game looks and plays a whole lot. And I just think that World of Warcraft over the next couple of years is going to improve so much that, who knows, maybe in a couple of years we won't even recognize the game anymore in the best possible way, you know? There's a rare. Red Claw the Feral. And I'm just happy to be part of all of this, to be experiencing all of it firsthand. And, that said, I'd like to invite you to join me and our guild on Defias Brotherhood. So, find all the details below. I'm going to release another video like this sometime before the game launches. Probably the day before the game launches, so we can just all get hyped together. But until then, I've got so much other stuff to keep me busy that I don't think I'll really be missing the beta. I just don't think I will. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing to take a little break. The calm before the storm. It's going to be amazing. I, for the most part, also just can't wait for what they're going to do with the story of Warlords. I can't wait to see the raids and the bosses in them. I just happened upon another rare. This guy's mean looking. Can I zoom? Look at those eyes. Wonder if he maybe drops a mount. He's probably gonna kill me, but I guess before I finish this video off, I could potentially just take him on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can I stun him? This is it. We're doing battle. I don't really even know which abilities I should be using here, because I've got this new one which is called Chi Explosion. Hey, we're gonna kill the rare. Okay. We are going to kill the rare. That's the thing that's happening. Nice. If he drops a mount, I'll be super happy. He didn't drop a mount. He dropped a trinket. Okay, fine. That would have been such a cool mount though, right? Would have been. Seriously would have been. But I'd like to hear from you guys, before finishing this off, I guess. What kind of experiences, if any, you had with the Warlords beta? Did you spend all the time you had playing it? Did you level from 90 to 100? Did you max out your garrison? Did you plot your course? Do you know which zones you're going to first? Are you going to do them all? Are you only going to do some? What are your plans for when the game launches? Are you going to start at exactly 12 o'clock? Are you going to be doing like me and just taking it easy? What's happening? Tell me below. Tell me if you're happy or sad that the beta has ended. I'm both happy and sad. I'm sad that it's leaving us. No, don't attack me. But I'm also happy that we are that one step closer now to the game launching. But there you go. Check back here soon for more World of Warcraft videos and videos from Warlords of Draenor once it's live. It's going to be amazing. Seriously is. Give this video a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy end of the beta. You know, wasn't here for too long, but it was great while it lasted. Happy that.